Carbon dioxide molecule. In carbon dioxide molecule, carbon undergoes sp hybridization. Generally, carbon atomic number 6. General electronic configuration of carbon is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. After excitation of 2s second electron into 2p z orbital, the excited electronic configuration of carbon is 1s2, 2s1, 2px1, 2py1, 2pz1. So, after that, the one s orbital, one p orbital will undergo intermixing. So, intermixing of one s, one p orbital, two new sp hybrid orbitals will form. Okay, so these two 2py and 2pz orbitals are unhybridized. Okay, so here generally oxygens are the adjacent atoms. Two oxygens are the adjacent atoms. Oxygen atomic number 8. General electronic configuration of oxygen is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Here 2py and 2pz orbitals containing unpaired electrons. These two orbitals of two oxygens will form bonds, sigma bonds and pi bonds with central atom carbon. Okay, so these are the two new sp hybrid orbitals of carbon. These are the two new sp hybrid orbitals of carbon. Okay, two new sp hybrid orbitals of carbon containing each unpaired electron, one unpaired electron, and oxygens also have unpaired electrons. We can observe the bond formation here. Here oxygen 2py and 2pz orbitals containing unpaired electrons. This is another oxygen 2py 2pz orbitals containing unpaired electrons, central atom carbon. Here in this oxygen, here we can observe in this oxygen pz will form sigma bond by direct overlapping with one new carbon hybrid orbital. Here this oxygen py orbital overlap with another new sp hybrid orbital of carbon. So like this they form direct overlapping with two new sp hybrid orbitals of carbon. These two oxygens will form first bond sigma bond by direct overlapping with two new sp hybrid orbitals of carbon. So these are the two sigma bonds. Here we can observe this is carbon, this is sigma bond, this is oxygen. Carbon, sigma bond, oxygen. This is the bond. This is carbon, oxygen, oxygen, sigma bond. First bond is the sigma bond. After that, here in this oxygen, py and carbon, py unhybrid orbital. Here we can observe carbon unhybrid py orbital will form by sidewise overlapping by pi bond. A pi bond. Okay. Here this is py and this is py. This py by sidewise overlapping they can form a pi bond. This is the pi bond between carbon and oxygen. After that, here in this pz, here carbon unhybrid pz will form another pi bond between them. So this is carbon, this is another oxygen, pz by sidewise overlapping they can form another pi bond. Here carbon, oxygen, pi bond. Second bond is pi bond. Carbon, oxygen, pi sidewise overlapping. Pi bond is formed between carbon and oxygen. So like this we can represent simple representation of the carbon and between two oxygens bonding. So this is the molecule formation by hybridization and overlapping with two oxygens.